Good morning, kids. Did you miss me? I'm back. Yeah, so I had to take a little bit of a break. My apologies. Yeah, it's been a whirlwind of activity here the last week or two. So, as you know, I got myself a brand new truck, which we are currently in right at this moment. And a lovely truck it is. It has been wonderful. To say the least. I think one of the greatest things about having a brand new truck is brand new tires. Oh my God, does it have a nice ride. So anyhow, yeah, we're in North Dakota. We just left a tiny little curbside rest area in God only knows North Dakota. We're west of Fargo. We had to deliver a load from Menards, a load of windows that I picked up in Schiller Park, Illinois, which is very close by our terminal. Well, not really close, but same general area. And unfortunately, I didn't have the camera set up once again going in there. It's my second time in that place. And I'm sure I'll be back, though. So I have to capture that on video because that place is a trip. It's one of those like super old warehouse places where the company that resides there bought a whole bunch of adjacent buildings and warehouses, and all of it's old. So their facility is like a series of like 6 buildings kind of all next to each other sort of, and going around a corner, and part of it is on a main drag going through Schiller Park, and it's just all very tight. And it's one of those places that that unless you know the trick on how to get in and out of there, you're going to struggle quite a bit. So yeah, I definitely want to get that captured at some point. Never mind that. That was a mirror that just fell. They don't call them freight shakers for nothing. Anyhow, we picked up that load of glass block windows. We brought that out to a Menards DC in McKenzie, North Dakota. And McKenzie is right next door to Sterling, North Dakota. And if you're still not familiar with those two major metropolises, that is relatively close, just a little bit to the east of Bismarck, North Dakota. So essentially kind of in the middle of the state of North Dakota, a little bit south on 94. But yeah, we're way up there and way out there. So I guess North Dakota is when you start... a lot of trucking companies, when they segment their business, they call, you know, they have like the Midwest, or they have, or they say like the East 37, the 37 states east of I-35, or they say Western states. These are kind of areas where they run, or where you could run as a driver. And usually most companies, when they say Western states, North and South Dakota is included in the Western states. So I can now officially say I've driven out west, even though I've been out here before, just not with this company. But we are making our way back east. We did that delivery yesterday, and that one turned out to be a very, very rare event for Menards, because it was a Menards DC, and very, very nice folks out there, very nice gate guard. I mean, everybody was very cool. But unfortunately, I think maybe just because of the Columbus Day holiday on Monday, maybe some of their warehouse team got a little bit too festive on Monday night, celebrating Columbus. The gentleman from Spain that was perpetually lost, who got credit for finding the new land of North America when he actually kind of stumbled into it on his route looking for India. I think it was India. I think that's what he was trying to find. And yeah, Christopher Columbus, if you study the history of Christopher Columbus, he was actually quite a clueless idiot. So, but he got lots of credit for stuff for some reason. Who knows? Maybe just because he was bought and paid for by the Spanish crown, and you know, God forbid they should be embarrassed. But anyway, Christopher Columbus did not discover America. What we were taught in school was completely wrong, and is wrong in many, many areas. But hey, what are you going to do? The Vikings were here hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years before, as were some other different people. But anyway, I digress. A little bit of a history nerd, excuse me. But yeah, a little bit unusual for that Menards, because Menards, usually you go in there, we do drop-in hooks at their distribution centers, and it's usually as easy as it comes, and you're in and out of there as quick as you can drop a trailer and hook another one, and post-trip and pre-trip. You're only limited by your own ability and speed to get that job done. You never have to wait for a trailer or anything like that. But this time around, I guess they were probably short-staffed, that's my guess. And the trailer that I was supposed to pick up, it was supposed to be preloaded, was not ready. So I had to wait what turned out to be a little over 4 hours for that trailer to be ready. And you know, there's good and bad in that. The bad is I had to wait for 4 hours. So I mean, you know, 4 hours is quite a bit of driving time. You know, you can get quite a distance in 4 hours. So that kind of messed me up in that respect. However, it was kind of a little bit of a blessing in disguise, just because the switch over to this truck, the new truck, it had to happen so quickly. And you know, and I agreed to this. You know, it's not like they were holding a gun to my head and saying do it. But I knew that they needed the truck I was driving. So my former truck, 2112, which I still think is the greatest truck number ever. But that wonderful, beautiful truck that I loved, wonderful, wonderful truck somebody's going to get. They needed that truck for a group of folks that were joining the company and going into orientation on Monday. So not just this. Today is Wednesday, by the way. Wednesday, the October 11th. Wednesday, October 11th. So not just this past Monday, but the Monday before, there was an orientation group, and they needed that truck really badly. And so on that week, I wasn't filming just because I wanted to have a weekend where I didn't have to edit. And they needed they asked me if I could get back on Thursday, if they could route me to the terminal on Thursday and do a super quick swap out of my old truck into the new truck and keep rolling. So it was like in mid run to switch the tractors and continue with the trailer I had to its destination in Indiana. And I agreed to that. So, you know, I can't fault them. I can't blame them for that rush. I knew what I was signing up for, because, you know, anybody that's driven a truck for a while and has had to change trucks, you know what a monstrous pain in the ass it is. It's like moving out of a studio apartment and moving into a studio apartment, minus the stairs and all of that stuff. But the trucks have stairs too, so you know, you've got three steps up, 3 steps down, and having to go through a driver or a passenger door with all your crap. It's a workout, and it's a lot to do, and you accumulate a lot of stuff in a truck. And I keep my truck very organized, and everything's put where I want it to be, which is a bit deceptive because you don't realize just how much stuff you have until you have to move it, right? So, and then along with that, I've got this whole camera setup. So the cameras alone are a couple hours worth of work, because everything is hardwired. I have USB cables, excuse me, to every single camera to power them. So I don't rely on battery power, because anybody that knows GoPros knows that a battery in a GoPro lasts, you know, an hour or two at best, and the camera dies. So I have to have these things powered up and on standby the entire time I'm driving. So that's running a whole lot of USB cables. I'll snap a picture of the main hub that's on the dashboard, which is my main power hub, and that main power hub goes directly to the inverter to get AC power from the inverter. So anyway, taking all of that out of the old truck, you know, it's relatively fast. It's not super fast, but it's relatively fast. You know, yanking stuff out always takes less time than setting it up. Excuse me. So, got all that done, but unfortunately, that meant shoving my stuff into the new truck and basically setting up nothing. The only thing I could set up basically was my bed to sleep in. Everything else was in bins and tubs and generally all over the place, and I just kept running. So, and then the following week, you know, I'm off and running again, you know, and it's, you know, go, 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 go. My very first dispatch was, you know, an 860 miles, I think, to go from Schiller Park all the way out to North Dakota. So, yeah, so that's a whole lot of run. So, blessing in disguise that I all of a sudden had this 4-hour wait time. So, yesterday, I did all the cameras. So, yay, we're back online and we're back running. So, we are just now approaching Kindred, North Dakota. Hey, Jana, they named a town in North Dakota after you. Kindred. Ha! Look at that. I should steal that sign for you, and you could, like, put it on the back behind your bunk. You know, hang it up there, like, Kindred. There it is, right there, arrow. Exit 340 on Interstate 94. If you ever want to visit your town, Jana, you're the queen of this little town. You can come in and rightfully take your throne. I'll even get you a tiara. Anyway, we are rolling. We are heading into the sunrise. We are headed to Eau Claire, to the Menards DC in Eau Claire with this trailer. And from there, who knows? So another little tidbit about the new truck, as you'll notice, the hood is naked. They didn't put the MNS1 logo on the hood of the truck. It's up there on the roof, in the center of the roof, facing forward, but it's not on the hood on this truck. I kind of miss that. I kind of like looking down at that logo for some reason or another. It's like a little splash of color in the peripheral vision, I guess. But yeah, it's missing. It feels so naked. I have a naked hood. It's like full frontal nudity, truck version. Gosh. Anyway, the other thing is that I think I figured out a pretty cool mounting place for the side view cameras. So that's one thing that I've been having quite a difficult time with in terms of trying to capture a framed shot that, you know, kind of like what I'm going for, what I'd like to see, and it's really difficult, or it has been really difficult, to find the right location and method and means of setting the camera up in that location. Seems simple enough, but when you're dealing with the surface areas available to you inside the truck, not so easy. So I think I figured out kind of a cool spot for the side views, and the only thing that I still have to do is figure out a way to shield the lens from the reflections, because I've been kind of like watching, you know, testing and watching the playback, and unfortunately when you shoot, especially when you shoot on an angle through glass, you get a crap ton of reflections, right? So all the light hitting all the other glass inside the cab of the truck reflects directly into the camera. But I do have some stuff on order to help me remedy that. I'm going to put hoods on the lens, yeah, I've already thought through a way to configure that and MacGyver that together, because I still want to be able to roll the windows up and down to have the camera free of the window so that I can do that. So I think I have an evil plan set up that will work. We will see, but for now, I'll try to include some of those shots, and you know, just bear with me. Like I said, they're going to have a little bit of glare here for a bit, but what I'm trying to do is get the right angle of side view to mimic what I see as a driver. So as I'm looking forward, I try to give you like a hood view and stuff, and then my view out of the two side windows, which are quite big, and it affords me a really nice view of the landscapes and terrains, and in this case the sunrise off to our left. And I kind of wanted to bring that to the table as well, so trying to give people as much of an immersive experience as I can and what it's like to be sitting in the driver's seat of one of these monster trucks, and what it looks like for us drivers. And that's an important part of it, because a lot of what we see is out of the side view, kind of side and forward, and that's what I'm trying to capture. So hopefully I've found a winning spot, and we'll have some more stuff to look at. So that's a total of 7 cameras we got going. So yeah, that's a lot for me. A lot for me to edit, but hey, it's worth it. I like doing it. It's fun. So anyway, we are now in the lovely state of Minnesota, and we are making our way to Eau Claire. We should be there in about 4.5 hours. Gosh, I would have loved to have had those 4 hours from yesterday that I had to sit around and wait for a trailer. We'd almost be there. But hey, that's what you get sometimes in trucking. Best laid plans get screwed up just like that, and you have to roll with it. Well, we've successfully navigated our way through the entire state of Minnesota, and we are now in western Wisconsin, and I don't know, about 5 minutes or so away from the DC in Eau Claire. So we will be dropping off this loaded trailer, and for the first time this trailer is all returns, like warranty and return items that have to go back to the mothership. So I've done these before to other DCs, but not to Eau Claire. So should be interesting. It'll be a new building to go to on the Eau Claire campus, for lack of a better word. Their gigantic property in Eau Claire, and of course Menards is headquartered there, so that explains why they have the size and scope of operations that they do there. But this one particular building where all of the warranty and return items go to, we have not been there. So should be fun to go to a new spot in there. And I think that's the only place that I haven't been to in there, other than the flatbed lumber area, which I actually have been through, just not with the cameras. But that would be basically every nook and cranny of the Eau Claire facility then at that point. So anyhow, it's interesting to me that the leaves up here in Wisconsin are not turning more so than they are, but that's okay. I don't mind that at all, because I kind of missed coming up here a little bit, and I was worried I might miss the real colorful stuff, and I haven't, so that's a good thing. So, and we've also had a bit of rain, and that helps the fall colors as well. So it should be getting really spectacular up here pretty soon. Everything is starting to change, but the real explosions of color are still in front of us. So let's go see what the new building in Eau Claire looks like, and yeah, I'll flip the cameras back on when we pull in there. All right, we are approaching Menards World Headquarters, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and I'm not listening to that GPS. We're going to go over here to Mill Run Road, entranceway that we have not been in yet, and off to our left is the beginning of the Menards property, and it goes way the hell back there and way the hell out forward in front of us. It's pretty freaking huge. So we are coming in the main entrance, I believe. I think this is like the corporate entrance. It's either this or the next light. I can't remember. Neither here nor there. But the warranty receiving place is in here somewhere.
Turn left on Minard Drive.
And we are going to find it. So, hey, if anybody needs a job, there's the employment center off to our right. And let's see. It's straight. It's pretty much straight ahead of us. So, yeah, there's a gate straight ahead of us.
Turn left on Minard Drive.
Boy, Garmin, you're really smart today.
After 600 feet, you will reach your destination.
Yes, I will. All right, we're going to go straight here and straight into that gate. And we should be there. Well, that's a pretty darn easy approach. Yeah, so we're in the town of Menards, essentially. They have all their own roads in here. It's just a ridiculously huge place. Right. Where are we going here? I can't see. We're going straight ahead. All right. We've made it. Let me cut the cameras. All right, a new adventure here in Eau Claire. So we're in the flatbed area. The lumber stuff, as we can see out ahead of us, and soon to be on our right. Massive amounts of lumber are moved by Menards. Just huge amounts of lumber. And there's a rail section of rail that comes in behind all of this. So they get lumber in by the train car full. It's quite a facility. Here's some of the train tracks now. Yeah. Got to go all the way to a stop sign and then take a left. And we're looking for the trans building. He said, all right. I still don't see a stop sign. So we will keep going. Oh wait, I think I went too far. Well, I didn't see a stop sign. Guy told me to look for a stop sign. Oh well. Let's get lost in Menards, shall we? Well, we'll come down here and do a U-turn. That tractor's smoking. Blowing some oil there, buddy. You're about to need an overhaul on an engine there. Okay, let's follow the signs instead of the gate guard's directions because they weren't very good. Unless he was talking about way back there. Well, oh, he may have been. Oh, we're just going to get lost. Lost in Menards. Okay, no, that's the warranty. That can't be. Okay. So we have to go around. think I know what he was talking about. I think there is a stop. Yeah, there's a stop sign up there. Okay. My bad. Transportation office. Okay, so that's probably what he meant by the trans building. You know, yet another one of those deals where so often you find in businesses they end up having their own terminology and lingo, and they forget that the rest of the world doesn't know their lingo. So they call their transportation office the trans building. Okay. I don't know that. Anyhow, we're here. We found it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. So, I'm pretty sure that'll have to do. And we'll just go into that office and see where we need to go. All right, we now know where to go, which is always a good thing, and I think I know what I'm doing. I hope. Never know with me. We'll see. Let's see here. Somehow I got to get back there. Oh, I'll just do a whole little loop-de-doo. Let's do that. We'll do a loop-de-doo. That's a technical term. Let's do a loop-de-doo. Anywhere on the back fence is row 5, so this looks good to me. Let's put it over here. Looks like a good spot. Why not? Little off. That's all right. Look, I fixed it. Oh, with godlike precision. Oh, shut up, Dirk. Here we go. Oh, not quick enough. Well, yes, I am. Look at that. Oh, the kids got it. Oh. A little breathing room won't hurt anybody. I think they move these pretty quickly. I'm not going to worry about stuffing it. Good enough. All right, well, we are all dropped and we are now hooked to our next trailer, and we are heading exactly the same way we came. So we are on I-94 and heading back to Minneapolis, because driving through Minneapolis, if you can do it once, it's better to do it twice. That's right, twice in one day through Minneapolis traffic. Absolutely great idea, I'd say. But yeah, we came from the west to the east. Now we're coming from the east to the west. So we are en route to Shelby, Iowa, to our friends at the Menards DC in Shelby, Iowa, which means we are going 94, and then we're going to skirt on that southern bypass, that I-35 west or whatever, or east. I can never get it straight. It's a weird thing that Minneapolis does with I-35. There's an I-35 East, there's an I-35 West, and then there's an I-35. And I-35 is a north-south highway, so I don't know. I just follow the signs on the GPS. So anyhow, we're going to pick that up to get to I-35, to take I-35 south to Des Moines. And in Des Moines, I-35 will run into Interstate 80. And we'll jump on Interstate 80 West. Yes, truck, I know. There was a big scary monster over to my right. It's gone now. You can relax. It's okay, truck. You're going to be okay. Got to keep remembering that I have a juvenile truck. Actually, not even a juvenile. It's a baby. It's still brand new. It's got 2,100 miles on it. So, yeah, it's scared of stuff. So I have to reassure it and calm it down. Anyway, we will pick up on Interstate 80 and head west to Shelby. And from there, I don't know yet. I'm assuming we'll probably drop this loaded, get an empty, and then I'm going to guess that we're going to head over to Ankeny, Iowa to grab a loaded trailer to bring to maybe Plano, Illinois. I'm not quite sure yet. So we'll see what my rock star dispatcher comes up with, and we will follow his direction. Anyway, we are en route, and yeah, more later.